Like Lindsay,
Sorry about that.
it's okay. All right, hello and welcome. Like Lindsay mentioned, my name is Laura Burke. I am a registered dietitian here at Food Smart. I'm engagement and training lead. I've been with Food Smart for about a year and a half. I started in telehealth and recently moved over to the clinical operations team to help train and onboard new dietitians so that they can meet with you and help you with any of your nutrition and your exercise goals. So at Food Smart, we are committed to connecting people to nutrition support, including a personal dietitian and daily tools to make eating healthy simple, effective, and as easy as possible for everybody, no matter where you are located. So today we're going to dive into the topic of healthy aging, nutrition tips to easily age healthy with lots of energy while we age. So I'm excited about this topic because my goal, I don't know what your goals are, but my goal is to age as beautifully, as pain-free as possible. So I'm going to share with you with all of my secrets to maybe helping you age a little bit more smoothly as we age together. All right. So before we jump in, let me change my slide. Before we jump in, I'd like to let you know that by attending this webinar, you will have a chance to win your choice of a $250 prize, $250 Amazon gift card, or both a Fitbit and a glass meal prep set from Williams Sonoma. All you have to do is book an initial or a follow-up visit with a dietitian by October 24th. So we're giving you a couple days. All you got to do is use the code AgeWell. Visits cost as low as $0 depending on your health insurance. So I encourage every single buddy on this webinar right here, right now, to take advantage, take a part of this by booking an appointment today with our dietitians. My colleague Lindsay will drop the link in the chat. And of course, you can reach out if you have any questions while you schedule with our growth development team here at FoodSmart. All right, so use this code and schedule your appointments today. All right, so today, while you're making those appointments, today we are going to embark on a journey to uncover the significance of healthy eating for aging, setting the stage for good nutrition. So we're going to set that stage so we got that basic, that great foundation of eating healthy as we age. We're going to talk about how the nutritional needs change as we age, because they do change, and it becomes more important to change the way we eat while we age. And then combating common conditions such as heart health, brain health, diabetes, and much, much more. And I'm even going to throw out the big word menopause. So stay with me so we can talk a little bit about how nutritional changes needs change as we get older. And then tips for maintaining vitality, because if you're like me, we really want to age well, look good, and feel great inside and out as we age together. And then we're going to leave extra time at the end for Q&A. So these simple, healthy strategies that you are about to hear will not only improve your health, but give you loads of energy and passion as we all age together. We are in this together. So here we go. Are we ready to get down into the deep details of nutrition? So the very first step of aging healthy with nutrition is setting the stage for healthy eating. We've all kind of heard that we do need to eat healthy, but how? How do we eat a balanced diet? What does it look like as we age? So the very first, most important food group that we really need to increase as we age is these fruits and vegetables. If you look at any type of fad diet of the newest of the year, whatever it is, Whole30, keto, intermittent fasting, paleo, Weight Watchers, all of them have fruits and vegetables. The balance or the portion sizes of the fruits and vegetables may be different, but they all have fruits and vegetables because a balanced diet always includes fruits and vegetables. And we need to make sure that we are eating all the colors of the rainbow in our fruits and vegetables. Each color provides different nutrients and antioxidants, essential vitamins and minerals and fiber to help us age healthy. we need to aim for at least 5 to 9 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. And this will help our bodies grab those essential vitamins to give us antioxidants, to fight off colds, to build up our immune system. It'll give us minerals, especially those root deep, dark purples and yellows and oranges that give us minerals to bring down the acidity level in our body, which creates inflammation. So minerals really helps to reduce inflammation in the body. And fiber really helps keep us fuller longer, slow down our digestive system so that we can absorb all of the nutrients from the vitamin minerals that our body needs just to increase our immune system as we age. Because as you can imagine, our immune system weakens as we age because it has to work harder. We are more susceptible to fighting off viruses and colds. So vitamins and minerals from our fruits and vegetables is number one, the most important food group that we need to work on or add as we age. The second food group is whole grains. Whole grains, especially those deep brown color whole grains, white refined has more processed, more sugars. That creates inflammation in the body. So we really want to change and look into whole grains, that deep, dark brown color, because of the high fiber. Fiber is so important, like I mentioned just a moment ago, that it slows down the digestive system. Yes, it helps regulate us, which is good too. We want to get rid of those toxins through elimination. So it's super important to have fiber. However, it also is super important because it slows down that digestive system, allowing us to absorb those nutrients from our food. So we do need to make sure that we're eating enough fiber. Whole grains, fruits, and vegetables are the easiest ways to do it. Fiber also helps maintain energy levels. Why? Because fiber balances out blood sugars. So the more fiber you have throughout your day, your blood sugars are more balanced, your energy is sustainable, and you're constantly absorbing those nutrients from the food at a consistent level throughout the day. So maintain those energy levels is super important for not only you for your energy, but also our body internally to have those nutrients available to our organs so that they can function and live and breathe too. Fiber keeps us fuller longer, promotes us healthy bowel habits. Like I said, we want to excrete as much as possible to get rid of toxins. So we really want to kind of look at our whole grains. Well, how many are we eating throughout the day? Are we eating enough? We're going to talk a little bit more about that in a moment. But if you know you tend to like those white, refined, simple carbohydrates, because yes, it is easier on the digestive system as we age, we might want to work in some more of those higher fiber, deep brown colors like the whole grains, like brown rice, whole wheat, bread, quinoa, oats, all those different types of grains to really boost up that fiber to help our bodies as we age. And then the next food group, which most of us have heard of, we all know about protein. We all know we kind of need more protein. We do need to increase our protein. We need to mix up those lean meats, poultry, fish, beans, lentils, nuts, and seeds, not just meat. We have to vary it up a little bit because protein is crucial to maintaining our muscle mass. As you can imagine, as we age, we can feel it. We can feel our bodies, our metabolisms and our muscles decrease as we age. Our energy levels are not as sustainable throughout the day. We may feel like we're just like sluggish and our legs hurt and our arms and our joints hurt. So protein does help reduce the decline of muscle mass as we age because it happens. As we age, our muscle does decrease. So we really do need to add in more protein and make sure we're eating those mixed lean proteins to help our body maintain muscle mass and not only maintain it, but increase the strength of our muscle so it can hold our body up as we stand and sit and walk and do all of our normal daily activities throughout our day. We can't forget that our metabolism is also found in our muscles. So if we're starting to lose muscle mass as we age, we are also reducing our metabolism naturally, and we want a faster metabolism. So one of the easiest ways to increase your metabolism as you age is to build muscle. So adding that strength training back in becomes more important. I know some of us love cardio, but strength training with the extra protein is really going to increase your metabolism, increase your muscle mass as we age. And it gets the body moving. because we do tend to sit as we age because it's a little bit more comfortable. We have those energy levels that dip throughout the day. So really just getting that body moving more will really, really help maintain that muscle mass as we age. So we do want to aim for a variety of proteins so that way we can get all the different nutrients in addition to just protein. So protein is good, but we can't forget about those antioxidants and the vitamins and minerals that we mentioned in the fruits and vegetables. So adding all the different colors of the protein is just as important in protein as it is in your fruits and vegetables. The next food group that is super crucial to our health as we age is the dairy and the alternatives. Dairy and is super important for calcium. As you can imagine, not only does our muscle decreases, but so do our bones. Our bone density also decreases. So bone health becomes super important. So calcium, vitamin D, great for our bone health, increases, maintain bone density to prevent injuries and fractures as we get older from falling or just slipping on something. So we really do need to watch our calcium and increase our dairy because our dairy is the easiest way to get our calcium in for the day. If you do not like dairy or your stomach can't digest dairy, because it is very hard to break down and digest dairy, especially as you're aging, since your digestive system slows down, there are different types of dairy products that you can consume, like soy milk, almond milk, cashew milk, all different types of dairy products and non-dairy products that you can consume to still get that calcium into your body. So milk, cheeses, yogurts, anything that is fortified in calcium and vitamin D will really help the body stay strong in the bones so that they can stay strong for our muscles and that they can stay strong so that we can continue to function throughout the day. So making sure we are eating 3 servings of dairy type of products throughout the day to increase that calcium for our bone health. And then the last food group is healthy fats, essential fatty acids, the fats that our body needs to eat every single day to function. It plays an important role in our brain health. It maintains our cognitive function of where we're thinking and those puzzles and those task lists and multitasking. And our brain also fatigues. The brain is a muscle too, and it declines as we age. So we need to take care of our brain just like we do our muscles on our entire body. So we really do need to pay a close attention to the essential fatty acids because it really does help the endurance of our brain, how we think throughout our day, how long we can think throughout our day, and also that executive level functioning is also super important as we age by eating healthy fats. And healthy fats isn't all just great for just brain health, but it's also fabulous for your joints. Fat insulates your joints. So if you have a lot of joint pain, or you notice your body temperature changes throughout the day, you could be not eating enough healthy fats. So not only do we want to take care of our brain, but we also want to take care of our joints. And we also want that body temperature to stay the same because you burn more calories when your body is a little on the warmer side. So we want to focus on unsaturated fats such as olive oil, avocados, nuts, and fatty fish like salmon. And we really want to watch out for those saturated fats like baked goods, lard, butter, margarine, those trans fatty acids, because they tend to sit and clog in our arteries and they don't provide all of the essential nutrients that our brain and our joints need. So watching your healthy fats and how much you're eating also is super important as we age. Last but not least, it's not a food group, but a very important group to consider is hydration levels as we age. Drinking plenty of water throughout the day, limiting sugary drinks. Once again, sugar creates inflammation in the body, so limiting the sugar, decreasing the amount of caffeine, that false energy high that caffeine and sugar gives our body. So trying to limit that as much as possible. Hydration, believe it or not, actually helps you burn more fat. Because one, it decreases your inflammation because where your metabolism is found in the muscles live in water. So I always like to give muscles like water where the analogy of if you water a plant, the plant grows. Your muscles are the same way. If you water your muscles can move a little bit more efficiently throughout the day. Muscles love water. They love to live in water. Your body is made up of 77% water. So please make sure you are drinking enough to increase your metabolism and hydrating your muscles to help increase that metabolism and move more throughout the day. In addition, it decreases that inflammation, which then supports the joint health. So that's excellent. So making sure not only are you drinking enough water, but that you drink water all throughout the day so that your body's constantly hydrated and you're feeling good and you're sustaining your energy throughout your day. So hydration is extremely important, and a lot of us don't feel like we want to drink when we get older. So please be sure you're drinking more water, because if you're feeling thirsty, you're already dehydrated. So making sure your body has enough water throughout the day will really help your body age a little bit more easily. So when it comes to a healthy plate for a young adult, ages 20 to 45, it's a nice range. This is kind of the portion sizes that we are gearing towards through the day. We really do still need to be mindful of our portion sizes as we age, because we want to maintain that healthy weight, because as you know, or as you can imagine, that it is a little easier to gain weight as we age because of everything I just mentioned. Your metabolism slows down, the muscles decrease, we don't feel good, we don't move as well. So we really do need to watch our portion sizes and our calorie levels and maintain that higher activity level as we age if possible. So a balanced diet should always be in consideration of how you're moving, how old you are, your activity level, your health conditions, medications, and your dietary preferences. So just moving forward, just keep your own personal ideas in your mind of what would work for you, because this is not a one size fits all, which is why our dietitians at FoodSmart can really help you personalize this nutrition for you moving forward. So creating a healthier plate for adults involve all the food groups that we just mentioned. The dairy, roughly about 3 cups of dairy a day. Healthy fat, 2 to 3 tablespoons. It sounds like a lot, but that's those healthy essential fatty acids, those omega-3 and omega-6. Your fruits are about 1.5 to 2 cups per day. Your vegetables are 2 to 3. We need a little bit more cups of the vegetables because of those minerals. Fruits are your antioxidants, vegetables are your minerals. And the grains, about 6 to 8 ounces of grains a day. 6 to 9 ounces of protein a day. So a healthy plate takes into all of the nutrients that your body needs as we age to make sure we get all the nutrients that our body needs. So we're going to start with the vegetables. So what does 2 to 3 cups of vegetables look like? Well, 1 cup of raw or cooked vegetables, like a leafy green, carrot, or broccoli, is 1 serving. 2 cups of leafy greens counts as 1 cup of vegetables. So we really want your vegetables, those deep, dark colors, for those minerals, making sure that we have a lot of variety of color, because we want that rainbow of vegetables to get all of them to maximize the nutrients that our body needs. So not only just leafy greens, but we need the cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower. We need root vegetables like carrots and beets. We need peppers and tomatoes, all the colors that you can possibly imagine. Moving over to the fruit is a little easier to get into our bodies because we enjoy fruit. It's nice and sweet. So about 1.5 to 2 cups of fruit per day. Men need a little bit more, maybe that higher level of 2 cups, but it also depends on your health condition. So always please talk to your doctor if you have any type of like diabetes or hyper insulin. So you want to make sure insulin sensitive. So you just want to make sure be careful with the fruit. If you know you're a little sensitive to sugar, make sure you pair it up with the protein so that the fruit doesn't increase your blood sugars. So what is considered serving of fruit? A medium-sized whole fruit like an apple or a banana, 1 cup of fresh or frozen fruits like berries, chopped melons, and a 1/2 cup of dried fruit like raisins and apricots. Once again, just like your vegetables, we definitely need to maximize the types of fruits that we're eating. So we do want to make sure that we're eating berries for those higher antioxidants. We want to make sure we're eating those citrus type fruits for those vitamin C's, a little bit more vitamins. And then always we want a little bit of those starchy fruits like the apples, the bananas, and the pears, because that gives us that natural sugar that our body craves that we need for energy. So some natural sugar is definitely good for our bodies. So moving over to the whole grains, we still want to vary up the colors of our whole grains. About 25% of our plate is whole grains, or 6 to 8 ounces. What is an ounce of grains? Roughly, right, 1 slice of bread is considered an ounce. 1 cup of cooked rice or pasta is considered an ounce, a half a cup of cooked oatmeal, 1 ounce of dry cereal. And make sure that we are really changing the color of those grains into whole grains by adding in the brown rice, the quinoa, the whole wheat breads, the oats, and the barley. And then moving over to last but not least, your protein. Actually, we have dairy still, but protein. We want lean meat, poultry, and fish. One serving is 3 ounces, about the size of a deck of cards. One serving of egg is one large egg. Legumes is about a half a cup of cooked legumes as a serving. Tofu, tempeh, half a cup. And then your dairy, we need those 3 cups of dairy. So a cup of milk is considered serving, and then 1.5 ounces of cheese would be considered a serving. So we really do want to make sure that we are getting a variety of protein into our body. And please listen to your body, because protein can be hard to digest as we age. So please listen to your body and add it in gradually so you don't have any stomach upset. And then milk, we just recently just talked a little bit about it, but we really do need to make sure we have that dairy 3 cups a day, because it provides good sources of calcium, vitamin, protein for that bone health. If you're lactose intolerant or you just have issues digesting lactose, no worries. Plant-based almonds, soy, oat milk can be also included, and very easy on the stomach to still get that calcium into your body. Last but not least, we are finally at the healthy fats, incorporating it in very moderation. So about 20 to 35% of your total calories coming from fat, healthy fat, which is about that 2 to 3 tablespoons. So about what is considered a teaspoon of healthy fat is roughly about a teaspoon of fat, like olive oil, avocados, nuts, seeds, fatty fish like your salmon and your mackerel. So 1 ounce of nuts and seeds is a small handful. Avocados is about a fourth of a or a half of an avocado. Oils is about a tablespoon, and then the fatty fish is 2 servings per week, which is about 3.5 ounces of each. So that is a healthy plate. As always, do not forget your water. We definitely still need our water throughout our day, but we do want to try to make our plate as colorful as possible so we can grab all these nutrients into our body, so as it ages healthy. So now we're going to switch gears just a little bit. Out of all this information that I just gave you on the basic solid foundation of nutrition, how is this going to change as we age? So keep everything in mind what I mentioned, but now we're going to apply it to the aging part. So very first is for nutritional needs for the ages of 50 to 65. We're going to start with women around that 50 mark. We face various health concerns, basically due, as you can imagine, hormonal changes. Men have hormonal changes too. Women tend to be a little bit more change, but it does affect both. The very first one is menopause. The transition can bring lots of menopausal symptoms like hot flashes, night sweats, mood changes, sleep disturbances, which can all affect your nutritional status. The more tired you are, the more moody you are, the more nutritional needs you may need. So understanding and managing these symptoms is super important for the quality of life for you while you're going through menopause and also as you age. So also after the age of 50, women need to start really looking at their bone health. The risk of osteoporosis increases, especially after menopause, due to the decrease of estrogen level the body experiences. So ensuring adequate calcium and vitamin D intake along with weight-bearing exercise. I cannot stress weight-bearing exercise. It's super important after you after the age of 50. Strength training, more so than cardio, will really help your bone health, your metabolism, and your muscle. Also, women after the age of 50 will start experiencing maybe a little bit more of heart health issues, that they need to start taking a little bit more eating towards the heart health. Heart disease risk rises after menopause. Monitoring blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and maintaining a heart healthy diet and lifestyle is essential for women, especially after the age of 50. Weight management, as you can imagine, also becomes a little bit more harder as we age, especially after menopause. Metabolism does slow down with age, making it easier for women to gain weight. staying active, moving that body as much as you can throughout the day, staying focused on those nutrient-dense foods, decreasing the caffeine, the sugars, and the salts can really maintain your health. Fiber becomes crucial for women as they age. Mental health, once again, hormonal changes can impact mood and their mental well-being. Things may be different. They're thinking different. Their moods are different. Staying socially connected is super important. Engaging in lots of activities and seeking support if needed. Breast health, regular mammograms, breast exams become increasingly important as the risk of breast cancer rises after the age of 50 and also after menopause. Cognitive health. Some women may experience memory changes, a cognitive decline. Engaging in mental exercises, social activities, maintaining a healthy lifestyle will really improve their cognitive health. And always for women, just making sure they get regular screenings. They really focus on nutrition, and their physical activity after the age of 15 becomes very important. Moving over to men after the age of 50, they also have a higher risk of heart disease, increasing with age, monitoring blood pressure, cholesterol, maintaining heart-healthy diet and lifestyle is also essential for men. Weight management, just like for women, their metabolism also slows down due to decrease of muscle on their body. So they also have to focus a little bit more on that regular exercise, balanced diet. They can do a little bit more cardio. They've got larger bones and their bone density tends to be on the higher side. So they do a little bit more cardio, but strength training is super important for men as well. Diabetes comes into play for men after 50. Their risk of developing type 2 diabetes increases with age, especially if there are risk factors like obesity or a family history. So regular screenings can really help with early detection of diabetes in men. Prostate health. Prostate issues, including benign enlargement and prostate cancer, become more common. Regular checkups and discussion with a healthcare provider about prostate health is crucial for men. They also need a little bit of bone health, not as much as women, but we do see osteoporosis in men as well. So make sure, because the reason why is their testosterones do decrease a little bit, but they are also susceptible to stress fractures. So weight bearing is important with adequate calcium and vitamin D. Intake will also help with bone health in men. Mental health, depression and anxiety increases for men after the age of 50. So really staying connected socially, managing stress, and really seeking help if they need it after the age of 50. Cognitive health, some men may experience cognitive changes as they age, so engaging in mental exercises and social activities, maintaining a healthy lifestyle can support cognitive function. And just like for women, men really need to go to their doctors, regular screenings, really make sure and get check and tests on all of their health to make sure that they are aging beautifully. One more thing for men is sleep quality. They tend to see sleeping disturbances and changes a little sooner than women do. So sleep issue can become more common for men first as they age. So they really need to start looking into their sleeping habits and improving their sleep as much as they can. Lifestyle factors is another one for men after the age of 50, really watching what they're doing, reducing alcohol consumption, trying to reduce the smoking, and really trying to have an active lifestyle will really help men. So being proactive for both men and women, really reaching out to healthcare providers for help and support while we age as we combat some of these. So now what changes after the age of 50? So now we're moving into the ages of 65. Some of them are the same. Women really do still need to be aware of their bone health, heart health. This is where we start seeing, after the decline, after the age of 50, we start seeing it turning into the osteoporosis. So for bone health, we see bone density dip when they're younger, and then at 65, we may see the osteoporosis or osteopenia. So really making sure we're increasing that calcium and that vitamin D and weight-bearing exercise. Heart health pops in for after the age of 65 for women. The cardiovascular disease remains the leading health concern for women after menopause. So really monitoring blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and really eating heart healthy would be really helpful for women after the age of 65. Cognitive health. After the age of 50, we notice some things are changing, but after age of 65, we might be experiencing dementia, Alzheimer's becomes a little bit more common. So really engaging in those mental exercises and staying socially active while we are trying to increase the cognitive function. Breast health still, we need to make sure the risk of breast cancer, it does increase with age. So regular mammograms is super important for early detection. And then now we start seeing diabetes pop in for women after the age of 20, after the age of 65. So the risk of developing type 2 diabetes can increase. So we really need to start watching the sugar that women tend to crave after menopause. So really getting that body to move to help decrease diabetes. Mental health, we start seeing depression and anxiety. So really staying social, seeking support when needed. Vision and hearing, we start to see changes in vision and hearing. Cataracts, macular degeneration, so hearing loss can impact quality of life, regular eye and hearing exams. Weight management still is there. Chronic conditions such as arthritis, hypertension, heart disease. And then also medication management starts, where really talk to your doctors and your healthcare professionals about how to reduce medication interactions. So we really need to start managing the amount of medications that women may be on after the age of 65. Men after the age of 65, kind of the same thing with women. We start to see the same concerns, but they're coming into that disease state. So heart health, the risk of cardiovascular disease, heart attack, stroke, all increases with age. So monitoring blood pressure, cholesterol, and heart healthy eating as well. Prostate health, want to make sure that stays healthy. So once again, regular screenings with that. Diabetes, the risk of developing type 2 diabetes increases. So we really want to make sure we're monitoring our blood sugars. Bone health, we start to see more osteoporosis. So making sure we're having screenings plus the calcium and the vitamin D. Weight bearing exercises after 65, cutting a little bit of that cardio now. Cognitive health, such as dementia, Alzheimer's. We need to make sure we're still being socially interactive and doing a lot of puzzles and engaging cognitive function. Mental health, they start having some depression and anxiety in older men. So we need, and it goes unrecognizable. So we really do need to make sure that we're watching and seeking support if they need help. Chronic conditions, hypertension, arthritis, and heart disease. So, and they also start to suffer from vision and hearing. So age-related changes in vision, such as cataracts and glaucoma and hearing loss. So making sure they have regular screenings as that as well. Weight management, that's the same after the age of 50 as it is 65. So once again, moving that body, eating healthy as much as possible. Even if that scale doesn't budge, you are still doing amazing benefits for the body by just monitoring your weight and management. And then medication management for men after the age of 65, just as important as it is for women, making sure you are decreasing the risk of interactions between the medications and food and medication interactions. So really start to manage your medications after the age of 65 for both men and women. And then skin health, really watching your skin, especially for men after the age of 65, maybe reaching out to a healthcare professional and making sure that the skin is healthy. Okay, so what is a healthy plate for older adults after the age of 50 to 65? So as you can imagine, it's the same looking plate as it was for the ages of 20 to 45, except one thing. The the portion sizes of your nutrients decreases. The portion sizes of protein, grains, vegetables, fruits, healthy fats, and dairy. They decrease a little bit, but not a lot, just a little bit. So nutritional needs are still the same, if not more. So for example, we need a little bit more calcium as we age into 50 to 65. We need a little bit more of that healthy fat, a little bit less of the fruits, a little bit more of the vegetables, a little the same on the grains, a little less protein because our metabolism has slowed down a little bit, so we don't need as much. Nutritional needs during menopause can change significantly. So that is where we really want to start eating more nutritional dense foods for women after menopause, such as the phytoestrogens. Foods that are high in phytoestrogens are like soy products like tofu, edamame, flax seeds, and whole grains. will really help. B vitamins become super important for both men and women, not just menopausal, both men and women for energy. You're looking for that energy that is sustainable throughout the day. So really increasing B vitamins from all your whole grains to help with increasing energy as well as your mood regulation. Also limiting the sugars. You're going to see more inflammation increase at the age of 50 to 65. So really watching for high white refined processed sugars and just sugar in general and those white carbohydrates because that produces more inflammation. And then mindful eating, paying attention to your hunger cues and how full you are. And when you're full, stop eating because your body does slow down and it digests slower. So we don't want to continue to overload the body and store that all as fat because then we increase weight. So we really do want to watch portion sizes, especially after the age of 50, but the nutrients all remain very important for all of us as we age. After the age of 65, same thing. We still need to watch our calories and our protein. Fiber becomes a little bit more important for regulation, but we still need those vitamins and minerals, those calcium, that vitamin D, the B vitamins, the antioxidants, the hydrations, the fats, the sodium. Our taste and our appetite does change after the age of 65. We're just not as hungry as we used to be. We may not taste foods the same as we used to, but it's still very important to try to eat enough calories and hydrate as much as possible to help our body break down foods and digest and absorb. So smaller amount of portion sizes, more throughout the day is easier to break down food. So for example, protein is harder to digest the older we get. So eating smaller amounts throughout the day will really help that body break down the protein and absorb all the nutrients it needs. Chewing becomes a little bit harder as you age. Due to the work of the jaws or some teeth work or pain or so making sure you chew your foods a lot to break it down, and then also making sure that you can drink that water to help that body break it down. So helping your body break foods down after the age of 65 really helps. Having maybe going back to that brown rice, it has a lot of fiber, it is harder to break down. So mixing a little brown rice with a little white rice to provide the body enough energy, but you're sustaining that energy with the fiber. The energy is super quick out of white rice, but putting those together, a little bit of both, is easier to break down and digest than just brown rice by itself. So there's little ways you can add in simple foods that are easy to break down, those white refined carbohydrates with just a little bit of those whole grain carbohydrates so that your body can break it down and absorb and maintain that energy as we need. The biggest difference between after the age of 50 and after the age of 65 is your fruits decrease, the amount of fruit we need. It drops from the 2 cups down to about that 1.5 cup. The vegetables, we decrease it just a little bit. The grains, we decrease just a little bit. The protein, we do as well. Dairy stays the same and the fats decrease just a little bit. So once again, the same nutrients that we need, just in a little bit of a smaller portion sizes and broken down throughout the day to make it very simple and easy to break down. So now, with all this nutrition knowledge of how much you need to eat during the age that you're currently at, how are we going to combat that with common conditions with nutrition? And I've mentioned some of this already throughout the slides, but as we age, we really do need to not only eat to feed our bodies, but also just to eat to feed our chronic disease or what is going on with our bodies. So it's more like eating towards the organ that is suffering, meaning the heart or the pancreas or for cholesterol, for the stomach if you have digestion issues, hormones if it's menopausal. So we kind of need to change our thinking about eating towards what our body needs. So food is medicine versus just eating in general for just natural health or health in general. So as we age, we really kind of need to eat towards the chronic disease or the health condition that we may be having. So the most common age-related health conditions that we see as we age is cardiovascular disease, hypertension, heart disease, stroke, high cholesterol, obesity, arthritis, osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, stiffness in the joints, impacting mobility, diabetes, higher in sugar, insulin resistance, weight gain, inactivity, osteoporosis, risk factors, because of the hormonal change both in men and women. Cognitive decline like dementia, Alzheimer's, affecting the memory, cognitive function, all increases. Vision and hearing loss, chronic respiratory conditions, cancer, depression, anxiety, kidney disease, gastrointestinal, and incontinence. So what is really nice is we are not destined to be doomed in aging. We can age gracefully and healthy just by taking care of our body, by eating balanced nutrition, regular physical activity, routine medical checkups that can help us manage all of these risks and promote overall well-being as we age. So eating towards these chronic diseases will really help our body age healthy. And some of these are reversible or changeable. So we're going to start off with menopause because it is such a big topic. What do you need to do for during menopause? We women experience hormonal changes that can affect our whole entire health, including metabolism, bone density, and heart health. So what do women through perimenopausal, postmenopausal, and menopausal need to focus on? One, calcium and vitamin D. These nutrients are essential for bone health. So really work on dairy foods, non-dairy foods, the leafy greens, fortified products, sunlight, go outside more often. Fatty fishes all have vitamin D and supplementations. Focusing on those omega-3s, including the omega-3 and omega-6s, such as flax seeds, fish, walnuts, really support heart health and reduces inflammation. Fiber, really increasing a high fiber diet to manage that weight so it doesn't increase. And fiber helps improve your digestive health track by including the whole grains, the fruits, the vegetables, and legumes. Protein, focus on that protein in morning, lunch, and in the evenings, even if you don't feel like you want to eat protein, because we need to maintain that muscle mass to improve our metabolism to help us burn fat and maintain that weight. So incorporating lean poultry, fish, eggs, beans, and legumes. Antioxidants, fruits, vegetables, helps combat inflammation, oxidative stress, gets rid of all of that toxins out of our body. Phytoestrogens like soy, flaxseed, whole grains really help with some of the menopausal symptoms that you may be experiencing. Hydration, can't forget hydration, very important to help with hot flashes and other symptoms. Limiting those sugars and the processed foods, getting rid of inflammation as much as possible, and will also help manage and maintain weight. B vitamins is huge in energy metabolism and also giving the body energy throughout the day. So including those whole grains, those fruits, and vegetables. Heart disease. What do we need to focus on for our nutritional changes while heart disease may be increasing as we age? So vascular changes, the blood vessels can become very stiff and less elastic over time, leading to higher blood pressure and reducing our blood flow. So we really need to watch that cholesterol buildup in our arteries, and those hormonal changes also increases the heart disease risk as we age. So increasing risk factors includes not only our age, but also hypertension, diabetes, high cholesterol. So really getting that body to move. We need to move the body. If you love to run, go for it. But if not, walking is just as great, and just moving the body throughout the day. Really reducing stress will really also help reduce the risk of heart disease as well. So really managing your stress, focusing on your mindfulness of your eating, your stress levels throughout the day, and the way you breathe, breathing deeper, longer into the body, decreasing inflammation just through your oxygen and your breath alone. And bone health. We really need to focus on bone health. Why do we need to focus on bone health? Is because our skeleton is a bone, and it holds us up. It holds our chest up, our shoulders back, and we need to support our body with strong bones. And our joints become stiffer and our muscles become weaker, which pulls on the bone, which decreases our bone density. So we really want to increase that lean muscle mass around our bone to help our bones stay strong. So strength training and moving the body becomes super important as we age. Increasing our calcium and our vitamin D will also increase our bone mass as we age, so that when we might fall or slip, we won't have a stress fracture. So increasing that calcium and the vitamin D in all the dairy products that I mentioned earlier will really help, or through supplementation. Making sure we're eating enough minerals through our root vegetables will also really help with bone health. So height decreases as we age because we tend to slump over, or we tend to bend over, and our knees get a little weaker and our hips get a little weaker and our neck tilts to one side. So just really increasing the body movement throughout the day, but not only increasing our movement throughout the day, holding up our posture straight, drawing those shoulders back, lifting the chin parallel to the ground, drawing the belly in, chest is up, heart is up, and you walk with your eyes forward and not down will really increase strength in the body just by the way you sit and stand. So moving the body is just as important, but the way you stand throughout the day and the way you sit throughout the day can really improve your bone health alone without any nutrition changes. But if you add those nutrition changes, it will definitely increase your bone health while you're strengthening the bone as you sit and stand. So really becoming mindful of your bone and your posture throughout the day is really helpful, increasing your bone health. So really focusing on all of that is super important. Memory. We talked a lot about memory, and we all know it does decrease as we age. So the brain does change because it is a muscle. So we really do need to be mindful or cognitive of our own brain, because it does slow down a little bit because it is a muscle, and all the neurons and everything going on, it does slow down. So we really do need to increase our brain muscle by doing puzzles, doing something new every single day, trying to multitask, even though it's super frustrating. That turns on different neurons in the brain. Eating those essential fatty acids that I mentioned earlier, because all of this nutrition that I mentioned earlier really does help increase the way you think throughout the day, how long you can think for, really helps balances out those hormones. So just by eating those healthy fats really does help the brain age healthy, and it decreases how quickly your brain health decreases throughout the day. I don't know if throughout the years, if that makes sense. The brain does decline, but if you eat healthy, it'll decline at a slower rate because of the amount of brain changes that affects as we age. So we really do want to make sure that we're eating and maintaining our health by, once again, healthy nutritional food, physical activity, and the way we breathe, because we still need oxygen in our brain so that it is sustainable, because it is a muscle. So it's super important. Okay, so what can we dietitians do for you? I am super excited about this slide. It is my most favorite slide. A dietitian can play a crucial role in your health and as you age. So not only can we do personalized nutrition assessments, we can evaluate what you're currently eating now, what health conditions that you have now, lifestyle factors. We can create tailored nutrition plans and address all of your questions and your concerns. We are here for you. We could provide education on these nutritional needs that you need. So for like brain health, bone density, cardiovascular, we've got lots of M&T programs that we could provide help with you. We can also help with meal planning. We develop meal plans and we incorporate all those nutritional dense foods. So if everything I've mentioned, you're like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do with all this information? We are here to do that work for you by putting it into meals and creating simple, easy, effective meals so it's not a lot of workload on you, and keeping it enjoyable and super fun. Managing those chronic conditions so we can help with diabetes or blood pressure or heart disease, any of that. Cooking, food preparation guidance. We support with weight management. That's a tough one because we all gain weight. So we are here for you to incorporate some of those portion controls, mindful eating practices. We can identify nutritional deficiencies of what you're missing. For example, the dairy is number one. If you're not getting enough calcium because you know you can't digest it, we can help you give alternatives so that you can increase your calcium and have a happy digestive system as well. We can encourage hydration. My number one most important favorite nutrient is hydration. So emphasizing the importance of staying hydrated and drinking water while you're on your telehealth nutrition appointment right now. I hope you're all drinking water right now. Addressing changes in that taste and that appetite, because it does change as we age, and we are here to help address those changes while you age. We're here for counseling support, education on food safety, community resources, So we are here. So just by meeting with your dietitians, we are here to be your accountability partner, your support system, your coach. We are unbiased and expert source to help you with whatever nutritional needs you have. So once again, please schedule your appointments by using your promo code AgeWell. And I cannot, oh, look at all these people drinking water. I am super excited, super excited. Drink that water. So we are here. We are here. So last but not least, I'd love to wrap up so we have plenty of time for this, for some questions. What in the world are we wrapping up? Because I gave you so much information to do because we are all going to age healthy with lots of vitality and loads of energy, right? We are all on this together, right? Absolutely. One, we are going to focus on those whole foods. We are going to prioritize whole, minimally processed foods such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Two, we are going to eat a variety of foods. Include a diverse range of foods in your diet to ensure you get a broad spectrum of nutrients. Three, we are going to prioritize fruits and vegetables, the number one most important food group, aside from hydration, because we need those vitamins and those minerals and those antioxidants to help with support our immune system as we age. Four, we're going to choose whole grains. We're going to opt for brown rice, quinoa, whole wheat breads instead of refined grains because we need the fiber to slow the digestive system down to absorb nutrients. Six, we need healthy fats. We need to focus on unsaturated fats such as avocados, nuts, olive oils, and fatty fish while we're limiting saturated and trans fatty acids. Seven, stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water throughout the day to support overall body functions to maintain those energy levels. If you're all going to increase your water, you're going to feel amazing by the end of the day. Water is by far the most important nutrient in my mind for the aging healthy. Number 8, limited added sugars and number 9. Limited added sugars and salt reduce the consumption of sugary snacks, beverages, and processed high foods in sugar because it creates inflammation and our body does not like it. Practice portion control. Be mindful of portion sizes as we age because we don't need to eat as much, but we do need the nutrition as we age. 10, mindful eating. Pay attention to how you feel, your hunger cues. How are you breathing? Slow your eating down, slow everything down, breathe in deeper and breathe in that oxygen so your body can absorb those nutrients as we age. Stay active, move the body as much as you can throughout the day. And social connections, maintain social relationships through family, friends, community groups, so you can combat loneliness and promote that mental health well-being. And lifelong learning, my absolute favorite one. Engaging in educational opportunities, meeting with us dietitians here at Food Smart, increase some of those hobbies that you absolutely love to stimulate that mind and just bring that sense of purpose to life. So all these great tips for you to age beautifully. Any questions? Ooh, lots of questions, lots of questions. Oh, my favorite part, questions. Okay, where can we get ideas on how to incorporate these suggestions, such as portion sizes, recipes, and menu? Wow, great question, great question. A couple sources that come off the top of my head. One, foodsmart.com. Lots of great recipes on foodsmart.com, menus, especially our dietitians can take those recipes and make a menu plan for you right at the tips of your fingers. So that's the number one source that comes to my head. Number 2 would be healthyplate.gov. USDA healthyplate.gov. Almost all the information that I shared with you today came from healthyplate.gov, and there's more information that you can pull from recipes and how to make a healthy plate for you at every single meal and smart snacking. The third resource that comes to my mind is eatright.org. So American Dietetics Association has fabulous resources as well. And then also, if you have any type of chronic disease such as heart health, you can go to American Heart Association. It has some wonderful websites as well. And then the American Diabetes Association too has a wonderful website as well. If someone has multiple health conditions, how do you prioritize which one to focus on first? That's another great question. I'm loving these questions. Woo, woo. Okay. So, what do we do with a multiple health condition? So, that's a great question. Number one, that's one of the reasons why I put fruits and vegetables and hydration first, because that is the most important for most of your health conditions. We really need to, one, focus on your immune system in any health condition you have. Because if we can increase the support and the health of your immune system, it can tackle some of the other things. So, for example, if you have diabetes and your body needs to manage blood sugars and your immune system's weakened, your body's overloaded. It can't help manage blood sugar until your immune system is stronger. So, by increasing your fruits and your vegetables, pairing them up with a protein and a fat and a fiber to manage the sugars, you're going to increase the antioxidants. You're going to increase your immune system. The protein, fat, and fiber will manage your blood sugars. So the first and most important thing, regardless of the health condition you have, is to really focus on your immune system. Get those antioxidants in, those nutritional dense foods, because once your immune system moves up, your body will be able to manage the blood pressure, the cholesterol, and hormone changes. So fruits, vegetables, I would throw vegetables first. Vegetables, water, and then fruit paired up with a protein, fat, and fiber so the sugars don't affect blood sugars. What are your suggestions for an older person who can't cook? Well, the nice thing about that is all the grocery stores have really great, healthy convenience foods that are very clean. The frozen department has expanded, thank you, COVID. If you go down that frozen section now in grocery stores, there's a lot of clean frozen food options. So one of the things, if you can't cook, I would definitely look for prepared foods at a grocery store that are nice and clean, little chemicals that are loaded with protein, and also those vegetables for those minerals, so that you can still get nutrient dense foods, even though you can't, you don't want to cook or can't cook. So I'm really looking into already prepared, frozen, healthy options. And the grocery store has exploded on that recently, which is great news. How many servings of fiber should we get per day? So we roughly need 25 to 30 grams of fiber per day. So we are getting an average of 10 per day. So we do need to increase our fiber so that we can make sure we slow that digestive system down. The secret ingredient to almost our health as we age, and I mentioned this before, is fiber. Fiber is the secret ingredient that can change your health and have the most impact on your health the quickest. Water would be one. It's not a secret, though. We all know we need to drink water, but fiber is number two, and most of your fiber is in those vegetables. So that's why I'm still saying go vegetables. So we need 25 to 35 grams of fiber per day. Oh, thyroid. Oh, lovely topic. Lovely topic. I could be here another hour on that thyroid. The biggest thing with thyroid is to, one, make sure you move your body. Try to get that body moving as much as possible, even though you may not feel very good. Two, make sure you're increasing your protein. You crave a little bit more sugar, hormones are a little bit off, making sure you increase protein all throughout the day so you can get that fiber up and working, because that fiber is a little slow. Take care of your gut health, number one, for someone who has thyroid issues. Gut and thyroid are definitely hand in hand. Thyroid controls digestive system, so we really need to clean out that gut, and that thyroid won't have to work as hard. Making your meals all throughout the day, small and short, 6 meals a day, eating small meals is really beneficial for the thyroid health, because once again, it controls digestive system. And if you have a slow or a sluggish thyroid, you're going to store a lot of that as fat. Trying to eat less calories at night, move them up during the day when your thyroid's a little bit more active. Making sure you see your doctor, making sure that you're on the right medicine and the amount for your thyroid. So digestive health for thyroid by far. Why do we recommend low fat if we need fat? Okay, well, that's another great question. How much time do I have? Oh, I'm almost out. Gotta do this quickly. Low fat. Fat there's all different types of fat. We've got good fat, the polyunsaturated fat, monounsaturated fat. We have bad fat, the saturated fat, trans fatty acids, and then we also just have fat. We still need to vary up our fat. So if you know you don't eat a lot of fat, but you love dairy, then yes, maybe do a whole fat milk if that's the only fat you're consuming. But we still want to make sure that we are getting some fat from our dairy. Most of us eat a lot of cheese, which is where the fat is, and that's more of a saturated fat. We need to get more of that poly and that mono unsaturated fat from your olive oils, your nuts, and your seeds. All fat is good. Fat burns fat. So we need fat, but we do still want to make sure it's a variety of sources and not just dairy, since that's where majority of our fat comes from. Lindsay, would you like me to keep going or are we out?
Yeah, maybe just take one more, one final, pick your favorite question.
Oh, my favorite. Um, I'm going to there's two I can do really quickly together. One is when we're trying to get more water, can we count other beverages? Yes and no. Yes, because it is hydration. However, no, if it has any type of sugar or carbohydrate carbonated in it. So if you know it's a caffeine drink or an energy drink, no, that actually dehydrates you. But herbal teas, yes, that can hydrate you. And some waters that are a little bit flavored with fruit, that can hydrate you. So yes, if the drink or the beverage doesn't have carbonation, caffeine, and sugar in it. And then low income, how can I eat fresh foods with being on low income? Great question. The one, shop your sales obviously much as possible, but I will say some of your Aldi's and your Five Belows and your dollar stores, they have cheap, very healthy, one already fresh foods, prepackaged foods. The other nice way you can do it is fresh foods, especially on sale, are very inexpensive, even though they may feel very expensive. But go vegetables. Vegetables fill you up. And if you season them with some type of season and salt, they go a long way and you eat less of like your other types of food. So, one, buy your fresh vegetables because they're more filling and that you'll eat less throughout the day, which will save money. The other thing is don't be afraid to buy frozen foods. Frozen foods do tend to be cheaper than fresh foods and they last longer. So for example, if I want to add broccoli into my diet and broccoli frozen is cheaper than fresh, I'm going to buy the frozen knowing I can get all those minerals and the high fiber, which is going to fill me up. So I'm eating less throughout the day and you'll save money that way as well.
Amazing. All right. Thank you so much, Laura, for all of the fantastic information. I know that's a ton to cover. We went through lots of different age groups and ranges and had to stay somewhat high level, right? But we're working with a dietitian will allow you to get really specific about your own needs. And so again, just want to encourage you guys to do that using the code AgeWell from the webinar today. And yeah, thank you all so much for joining. We will send out a recording of this webinar in the next day or so, and stay tuned for our webinar next month.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks. Have a good one.
Thank you. Bye.